Dart School presents decimal fractions. A fraction or a mixed number can always be written as a decimal number. For example, the decimal number 2.3 is the same as the mixed number 2 and 3/10. The decimal number 2.35 is equal to the mixed number 2 and 35/100ths, and the decimal number 2.357 is the same as the mixed number 2 and 357/1000. So the portion on the decimal number that's to the left of the decimal point becomes the whole number in the mixed number, and then if you have one digit after the decimal point, the denominator is that same digit over 10. If you have two digits after the decimal point, the fractional portion is that same number over 100. If you have three digits after the decimal point, the fractional portion in the mixed number is that same number over 1000, and so on. You might have already observed that the number of digits after the decimal point is the same as the number of zeros after 1 on the denominator. So for one digit you have 1 0, for two digits you have 2 zeros, for three digits you have 3 zeros, and so on. And that's why the first digit after the decimal point is called the tenth digit. Its value is 1 over 10. It's called the tenth digit with the th. The one after that is called the hundredth digit, 1 over 100. It's called the hundredths, again with the th. And the one after that has got a value of thousandths, or 1 over 1000. That's called the thousandth digit, and so on. And because the fraction 3/10, for example, can be written as 30 over 100, their equivalent, which is equal to 300 over 1000, and so on, that is, keep multiplying the numerator and the denominator with 10. So it goes without saying that the decimal number 0.3 is the same as the decimal number 0.30, which is the same as 0.300, and so on. So the bottom line is, you can add as many number of zeros as you want to the end of a decimal number. The number still remains the same. Let's do a couple of word problems. Ryan is training for the 200-meter sprint. His best time so far is 37.7 seconds. He needs to finish in 28 seconds in order to qualify for the athletics team. How many seconds does he need to improve his time by in order to qualify? So right now he's clocking 37.7 seconds, but that isn't enough. In order to be selected into the team, he needs to do it in 28 seconds, and therefore he needs to improve by 37.7 minus 28 seconds. And to do this subtraction, just in case you want to write it down, write down 37.7 and write down the other number just below it so that the decimal points are aligned. Now the question is, 28 doesn't seem to have a decimal point. If the number doesn't have a decimal point, obviously it indicates that the decimal point is right in the end. You can always rewrite 28 as 28.0 and then do the subtraction. 7 minus 0 is 7, and then you cannot subtract 8 from 7, so borrow 1, change this to a 17. 17 minus 8 is 9, and then the 3 changes to a 2, so you don't have anything over here. But then it's not 97. You got to put the decimal point right over here in the answer. So the answer is 9.7 seconds. So Ryan needs to improve his time by 9.7 seconds. Let's do another one. The sum of two numbers is 45.4. If one of them is 26.18, find the other number. And don't be surprised to see decimals when we talk about numbers, because numbers can be either integers or decimals. So we have two numbers, something plus something is equal to 45.4. Given that one of them is 26.18, how do we find the other one? Obviously, do a subtraction of 26.18 from 45.4. So to find the other number, we pretty much do 45.4 minus, be sure to align the decimal point one below the other. So 26 comes on this side, 18 comes on this side, and in order to do the subtraction, you want to add a 0 after the 4 so that it looks like a 40. 0 is less than 8, therefore borrow a 1. 10 minus 8 is 2. Change the 4 to a 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Bring down the decimal point. 5 is less than 6. So borrow a 1. 15 minus 6 is 9. Change the 4 to a 3. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So the other number is 19.22. And if you add these two up, you get 45.4 or 45.40.